Alright, here's our next adventure. We're going to mount this bed chicken up, resurrect her from the weeds, and mount her on. Hey, this bed chicken, 350 komatsu. I got to get these stinking pins out of here and see if we can pin her up. They're both 90mm pins, so it should bolt right up. I may just need to modify that right now. So, yeah, let's get into it. Well, that's a good start. At least she runs. Well, that went way easier than I expected. Nice to actually see some grease on the pins. Alright, let's move over and see if we can pin this thing in. Alright, so I got the front partially started, and couldn't get the back because I got some little boogers. I'm going to go ahead and hone those off and get these pinned in. I am going to have to make some spacers. I have a 5-inch gap discrepancy, so I'll make a couple of 2.5-inch spacers on either side. But I got to clean these little boogers up, and we'll slip our pins in. Yeah. So the only challenge I had is 90mm pin on the machine, and they use 3.5-inch stock to make the adapter. So I took an old 90mm pin and I'm cutting her down, and man, this stuff is hard. I have to resharpen my carbide each time. Slowest speed, slowest feed, and she's still, yeah, some hard ass stuff. It really is kind of pretty though. Alright, well that didn't suck at all. Cool thing is though, is I guesstimated that I had about a 40 thousandths run out on my pin, and I had exactly 40 thousandths run out on my pin. Kind of cool. But yeah, she's good. I took her 5 thousandths under, so she should slip right on in. So let's go do that. I got to cut it down and put a flange on and stuff first, but yeah. Anyway. Oh, and just a quick tip. When you're knocking stuff off, protect that bedway. I mean, that chunk of steel is, I don't know, a few pounds. So make sure it doesn't hit those ways and ding them up, because that would just suck. Yeah. All right, so I got my bushing stock. The only challenge being is I lost my coolant pump, which I got my blade. So I'm going to change the coolant pump, and then I'm going to change my blade, and we can start cutting our spacers. Yeah, let's do that. All right, pump is out. Let's switch over our fitting and pop the cover and wire this bad chicken in. And just a quick note, when you go to wire this in, make sure and make it the voltage that you need. So I actually need to tie my brown and yellow together and then apply voltage to my white and blue. So yeah, just a thought. All right, got the pump in. I added a little shield because all those shavings are falling on top of that pump, and I think that's why the last one failed. And we're adding some coolant. See how many machinists I can make lose their absolute mind right now using windshield washer fluid. But I'm outside and I don't want to freeze, so yeah. All right, so she's been pickled for about 2 weeks now, and I finally got back to it. Pin slid right in. My spacers were a little tight. I actually had to tink the one in. I got the one in, started the pin. I got over here, and I actually had to tap that one in place, get her lined up, and then push my pin in the rest of the way. I had to tap the pin the last like 2 inches, but nothing major. And unfortunately, I made her just a little too short, so I'm gonna weld a ring on that, and I'll weld a ring on that one. And then the only other challenge I have is I need to make a pin for here. Other than that, everything went ahead and cycled her with the bar in there. Everything seems to work as it should. So let's get this pin made up. I'll come back with a service truck and weld this thing back up, and then we'll go crush some stones. Yeah. All right, we got her all done. I went ahead and made up a pin. Have a nice day. Made up a pin for the top. Come around here. And I actually made this one long enough for the keeper to work. So I have a bolt in it. It's a little too long, but it'll be fine. It's not like this thing's going to rattle or anything. And I made 2 rings and went ahead and just tacked those on. So, yeah. Let's go crush some freaking railroad ties. This has got to be the most fun part of the whole process, is testing the stuff out. Yay! Well, these things are a little harder than they actually appear. There's a... Wow. expected them to snap, but yeah, no snappy. But it fully functions and does what it's supposed to do, so yeah. Maybe I'll try nibbling. All right, so it will crush them. Proof of concept is there, but yeah, my job is done, so done. Yeah, so quick edit, not done. I had the pins in the wrong spot. Now, no comparison. So I know some of y'all were probably watching me hook this up to these other two holes and just screaming at your screen and just saying, "You're an idiot!" Well, I am an idiot, and I didn't actually think about the geometry when I put it together. But now done. She's good to go.